There. So this is the last one. Um, Merry Christmas, y'all. I mean, I don't know when I get this posted. Well, it's not actually Christmas today either, nor is it Christmas when you're watching this. But uh, Merry Christmas either way. This should be open on Christmas Day, but probably won't have time to get it posted or reviewed. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so winter porter. I have no clue what that means. It doesn't say it has any natural flavors or anything strange about it. So what the hell's a winter porter? By the way, last one. Cool. This thing takes a lot of space in the fridge, so I'm glad to be out of it. Literally, Christmas is within a couple days. It's gonna be leftovers and blah blah. Don't want this guy in my fridge. You can see how much space it takes. So actually, smart thing enough. Um, I have a few in here, but I should have just put all the empties in here, and this way I could throw it out. But now it's gonna take up a ton of space in my recycling, and unfortunately, like for some reason they picked up my recycling last week, so my recycling is like slammed. And then now we have like all these shipments of like gifts. So now like we're gonna have to wait for pickup tomorrow. Fingers crossed we'll actually pick it up because I'm gonna have a gajillion Amazon boxes to get rid of in my recycling. So that's a headache, but life problems. You guys probably deal with that kind of stuff anyway. Beer comes in a deep brown color. It's not quite necessarily black. No, I would say so. Maybe leaning towards black, but beer comes in a medium tan head. It's pretty nice. Mm. Again, pretty bland on the nose, slight kind of chocolatey malt character. Not much to speak about. Like really bland nose. Last one in the bunch. A little bit of that kind of like roast. Wow, there's actually roast here. The beer has a nice kind of like porterish kind of like um, medium to medium plus roast. It has this kind of like milk chocolate. Again, the last beer had chocolate in it. This has chocolate flavor that's just as tasty. If anything, it's more tasty because you get this rounded malt roasty thing without that kind of like sweet, cloying character. This does a better job of being a quote unquote chocolate beer than the chocolate stout. This might be one of the best ones of the bunch, which is perfect because the last one, like, glad to get rid of this box. Um, it's it's got a nice dryness to it, a little bit ashy. A beer that I can analogize this to would be like what is it um Anchor Porter, which is like pretty quote unquote watery when compared to like beers like Founder's Porter and some other like more stout like porters, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's this I think out of there's a few beers in there that sort of taste like commercial beers. You know, I picked through a few. Like one tastes like a little bit like a not great version of Kona Big Wave. A couple of there taste like international lager, a little bit like a little bit like international pale lager, a little bit like American lager. This one might actually taste like a craft style. Well, I guess the Big Wave sort of count, or the blonde ale tasting beer sort of counts. You give this to me full blind, I would have been like, oh yeah, cool. Like it's not bad, like okay porter from some brewery, which is that, that might be the best one of the entire bunch out of 24 beers. Again, this kind of like medium to medium plus medium roast character has a little bit of like light sweetness to it. Doesn't like come up as watery as some of the other beers. 5%, medium minus mouthfeel, medium to medium minus. Yeah, medium mouthfeel actually. It doesn't taste as watery as the other beers. Um, Fries up quite nicely. Roast flavors actually last. Doesn't taste as diluted of a beer. This was not bad actually. I'd give this a solid 80. I give this a solid 84. This is probably the yeah. I'm gonna say rating wise, this has to be the best one of the bunch. This one tastes like real beer, tastes like real craft beer, and it's a dark beer that actually holds up. You know, you think there would be more dark beers in here. Um, and again, maybe people wouldn't like that many dark beers, but at least dark beers this tasty. A lot of them didn't taste good. So this is the best one in the bunch. Okay, winter porter. They actually make a okay, decent porter at 6%. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas. Uh,
Quick question. What did you think of Sam's Club
oh no,
American
so
craft
now we
beer?
got to talk about final impressions too. Well, yeah. Final impression. I think something like the clip rate was about 25% were drinkable. Like most of them, almost all of them were not drinkable. So I think I probably drank Again, maybe only about 6 out of 24.
I paid like $18 for this, and of course I got it because I knew it would be
Well, it's also on clearance, and this apparently has been canned and made for like months on end.
right.
These I found multiple beers were. I mean, sort of have to, but I think multiple beers were canned around May, June, July,
Fragile.
and this is meant to be enjoyed through almost the end of December. So, initial impression: don't buy this. If you need, go to your craft beer store and have them make you a 24-pack case of beer. I mean, it's not gonna be as
I'm
cheap.
sure
It's
you
gonna be it's gonna be a million times more expensive, but it's also gonna be a million times better. Like you're actually doing someone a disservice buying them this because the beer is just bad. Like a 24 rack of like Bud Light. Yeah, I'd rather drink Bud Light over like almost all these beers. Not that I did a review of Bud Light. Hate Bud Light, but at least that beer cold could be drinkable. These are riddled with like
that beer.
yeah, it's trying to be craft, but it sucks. Whereas like Bud Light just sucks. Bud Light just sucks the way it is, right? You know,
So the impression that I kind of got from them, because I didn't really get to try any of them or didn't really want to, is that
there's
it
just bad
was
versions of craft
just
beer.
bad
But
versions of craft
yeah,
beer.
and like I promise you, I couldn't find you
Do you think that people
craft
like
beers
this?
these bad on the
Do you
shelf.
think that
It'd
people
be
that brewed
so
this knew
hard.
that what they were
This is a large. This is one of the largest breweries in the country.
doing? Oh, is it?
Minhas. You don't know Minhas. I don't really know Minhas. I don't even know brands they make, but they're like a top 30 brewery in the country. They make a lot of beer. They make a ton of beer. They contract brew.
I'd be interested to review some of
You guys post the comments. Tell me about Minhas. Tell me what kind of Minhas beer I can find possibly in Florida. But again, this is the best one of the bunch. 84. Cheers.